What's up, everyone? This is Uncle Devin, the children's drum cushionist, and welcome to another edition of We Nation Radio, bringing you the best in global beats for little feet, as we say. And this is our podcast, actually. This is where we get a chance to do a deep dive and have a conversation with up and coming artists, new artists, people who are doing wonderful things for children. And we're going to have some fun today. Let me remind you that you can always find more information out about us at wenationradio.com. You can listen to We Nation Radio, which is a 24/7 online music radio experience that streams R&B, hip hop, funk, jazz, reggae, calypso, world music, all for children and families. And we're available on Roku TV, Amazon TV, Hey Google, Amazon Alexa, and we're just trying to get everywhere so that people can be a part of this. So thank you so much for being here, and I am so glad to be able to have an artist that we just actually had the opportunity to share his music on our FM stations on WPFW 89.3 FM here in Washington D.C. and on our syndicated radio station on KBOO 90.7 FM in Portland, Oregon. Um, and that's what we are doing is making sure that you get to hear the best in family music. And he's coming to us out of Houston, Texas, but originally comes from to us from St. Croix, Virgin Islands. Please welcome the one and only Mr. Pete's Playhouse. Welcome, Mr. Pete.
Hello, everybody. Thanks
All
for having
right.
me.
It is absolutely great for you to be here. And and again, the the people loved your music when we played it yesterday and
Oh
earlier
man,
today. Congratulations on such a wonderful song.
thank you very much. I thank you for playing it on the radio too. That was
Yeah.
awesome to hear it on the radio as well.
Well, we need to create these platforms so that great music like this can get out there, especially music that is wholesome, age appropriate, and culturally relevant.
Yes.
So before we go any further, for those that are tuning in, and I see we got some folks tuning in right now, let us know a little bit about who is Mr. Pete and what is Mr. Pete's Playhouse.
All right. So my name is Julio Peterson. I am Mr. Pete from Mr. Pete's Playhouse, born and raised in St. Croix in the United States Virgin Islands, but I now reside in Houston, Texas. And I am a drama teacher at an elementary school in Houston, Texas. And so Mr. Pete's Playhouse was started last March at the beginning of COVID, when all the teachers got sent home and we had to find a way to basically teach virtually in this new world. And so I was encouraged by one of the first grade teachers, Miss Alyssa Jones, to put my own spin on creating my lessons for my students. And so what I did was I incorporated everything that I basically do in my class, with singing and movement and story time and open discussions and stuff of that nature. Just a fun time in class. And I also wanted to be able to give them some words of encouragement as we were just, at the beginning of this COVID thing and we didn't know what the future will hold for us. And so I put that together, packaged that all together, and I posted it in my virtual classroom, but also posted it on my Facebook page. And it just took off from there. A lot of parents connected with it because they were looking for things, for their kids to get into while they were at home. So after about the second or third episode, I reached out to Kirk Rojas, also from St. Croix, and he agreed to come on board and work with me by adding his graphics and his animations and everything that he could to help animate and elevate the show. And we've been working together ever since. And so
Mm.
we are now over a little bit over a year in with over 30 something episodes and still working this thing
Wow,
out. Yeah.
that is great. So before the pandemic, you had no desire or really any thoughts of going in this direction. Is that correct?
Absolutely not. No, sir.
Wow.
Before the pandemic, I had my theater company, JP Theater
Hmm.
Company, doing live shows for to play plays and musicals for adults, basically.
Hmm.
I never had any intentions of being in front of a camera at all. No, sir.
Even
But
as a theater, even that you dealt. Well, I guess you just really taught theater, not necessarily looking to go out and do theater for yourself on, on screen or on stage?
Well, on stage, yes, with my theater company, we did it,
Yeah,
but
yeah, of
not on
course, yeah.
screen. Not
Not
on
on screen. Okay,
screen.
and that is
No,
two different
not on
mediums. Yes.
screen. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Well, if we always say that we look at the positive side of anything, and of course we send a or do a send a prayer up to all those who lost their lives in COVID
Absolutely,
19.
absolutely.
On the flip end, it's helped many of us to really create something new, and
Yeah,
the number of people you probably have reached and been able to reach with your message,
yeah.
doing this is incredible. So now, so let's talk a little bit more. Let's go do a deep dive. So you started this. So if they go to your YouTube page or go
Mhm.
look at some of your videos, what can they expect to see?
Well, they will see a variety of topics,
Hmm.
which each episode is focused on. And each episode, there is story time, there are music and dance and songs, there are art projects that we do. We go on adventures. There's a lot of interactiveness going on. So, like, I speak to the kids, they help me pack my backpack, they help me figure out things in the adventure, and we just go on this adventure together, and it incorporates, like I said, music and art and dance and physical activity, all packaged into one episode. And each
Wow.
episode touches on different topics, anywhere from we have Mother's Day, we have Black History Month, VI History Month, down to fun things like let's go to the zoo, let's go to the beach, um, um, our holiday music, our Thanksgiving episodes. So there's a variety of
Mhm.
things for everyone to basically connect with.
So how important is your background in St. Croix and the work that you do?
Very, very important.
Hmm.
As you know, I got my start in this performing industry back home in St. Croix. Started off playing steel pan in elementary school,
Mm,
and
yes.
then transitioning into high school, being a part of the choir, being a part of a calypso band.
Hmm.
My culture is big. I'm big on culture, and so my culture is big on music and food and celebrations, and so that's what Mr. Pete's Playhouse is.
Right.
Everything that I do has to have some kind of connection to St. Croix and Virgin Islands culture, because one is also able to teach kids in America, in the mainland, what Virgin Islands culture is all about, but
Hmm.
also teach Virgin Islanders what American culture is all about, because we're all the
Hmm.
same. Our culture
That's
is
right.
pretty the same, but
That's
we
right.
don't know about each other, although we're
Right.
all American citizens. So it's
Right.
important for me to be able to just have those little things in there, just to
Hmm.
be able to appeal to both sides and for both sides to learn as well.
Okay. No, and you are right. It is one. We're one family.
Yeah.
And that's very important. So how long is one of your segments? I know you said you have over 20 something segments or 37,
Yeah,
30
we're
something. You
we're
said
we're
right.
over 30 something now. Each episode ranges between 17 to 20 minutes. We're trying to
Mm.
refine it now to 15 to 17 minutes. But
Hmm.
yeah, each episode, I would say roughly 15 to 20 minutes of each episode. And it's
Hmm.
fast paced. That's the thing. Like we we package so much into the episode. It's like we transition from one thing to the next to the next to the next. And because I'm an elementary school teacher, that's really how you keep the attention and keep the engagement of pre-K and kindergarten kids. You have to
Hmm.
always be on your P's and Q's and switching it up for them, or else they get
Yes.
bored. And so that's
Yes.
one thing that that I have learned from being an elementary school teacher, that I now incorporate in the episodes.
Okay, and I want to give a shout out to Abigail, the storyteller, my new niece, as I call her. And Abigail,
Ah,
we're coming back. Trust me, I'm going to have you on the show real soon. We've just been getting so many other things in order. But she's coming to us out of North Carolina. And also give a shout out to Hudson Hoodie Brown. I don't know if you know
ah,
them. Yes,
yes.
yes. And so and I just want to make sure you see what they had to say.
Awesome.
And
So
so,
Hudson and his music production company are now the ones that we are partnering with to produce the music for us for our future, for our most recent episode and future episodes.
And I was going to ask you about the music. Let's talk a little bit about that because I want to. I'm gonna play a portion of your video for Split Splash in a minute.
Hmm.
So, do you do? I was going to ask you about the music. I was going to say, do you do any of the music? I know you said you do the steel pans.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
So Split Splash was produced by my frat brother Al Alexander, Phi Alpha,
Hmm.
and so he produced that. And Hudson and his music production company, they arranged the track for Split Splash. Now for the other
Hmm.
one, Red Submarine, it
Hmm.
was co-produced by Al and Hudson and First Wave Production, which is Hudson's production company, and then mixed and mastered by Hudson as well. But so they create the music, and then
Hmm.
I now have the courage to write and produce and put out my own lyrics to songs.
Yeah.
Because for a long time, I was very, very uh, not ambitious with putting out my own
Sure.
music, not confident at all with writing my own stuff. But now that we are in this family music genre, I'm realizing now that it was for a reason why my
Sure.
music wasn't put out for, in the other genres, because it was supposed to be here. So
Yes.
yeah.
See, children feel our vibration and our energy and our emotions. So I don't care how off key you are. If
Mm,
you're singing for love for children and you animated and you're into it, they're gonna love it.
yeah.
They're gonna love it. But you sound great. Let me just say
Thank you.
that now.
Thank you.
You sound great. And so let's take a listen a little bit to your video. We're gonna look at your part of your video, Mr. Pete's Split Splash, and you're tuned into We Nation podcast. I'm Uncle Devin, the children's drum cushionist, with my guest, Mr. Pete from um, Mr. Pete's Playhouse.
Yes.
Let's check out a little bit of this video.
Hi, my friends. Let's go down to one of my favorite places, the beach. Down at the beach is the best place to be. Exploring the ocean shore to see what we can see. The little crabs go crawling by. Click, click, click. Clamshells go open and close. Snap, snap, snap. Run to the water, splish, splash. Jump in the water, splish, splash. Swim in the water, splish, splash. Go into the beach. Run to the water, splish, splash, jump in the water, splish, splash, swim in the water, splish, splash. A fun day at the beach. Down at the beach is the best place to be. Exploring the ocean shore to see what we can see. A school of fish go swimming by. Swish, swish, swish. Dolphins playing in the waves. Jump, jump, jump. Run to the water, splish, splash. Jump in the water, splish, splash. Swim in the water, splish, splash. Go into the beach.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there. I don't want to give it all away because I want everyone to go to your page and watch the entire video. Like the page, hit the subscribe button,
Yes,
the
please.
chime and all of that. What's the best way for people to go to your YouTube page?
Yeah, so just go to YouTube and type in Mr. Pete's Playhouse, and all of the videos will come up there. Hit the
Yeah.
subscribe button. Yes, and you,
Subscribe to it and also pass it and share it on to
yes,
others. You see, right
yes,
now, quite honestly, I mean, a lot of us, and no matter who we are in children's music, it's already a small network. But even within that, though, we have to continue to make sure we push this forward because listen to that. I mean, if you listen to the music and don't even put children in front of it. This is just music that just so happens to cater to children.
right.
But this is great music, that calypso rhythm. And I heard the steel pans in the background.
Yeah,
Was that you?
yeah. No, that was
Oh,
that
okay.
wasn't me. No, no, that wasn't me.
Okay.
But they're
Yeah.
definitely in there. They're definitely in there.
Yeah, but I love that
Yes.
sound, and to me, especially this time of year, this is a great time for people to, take this song to the beach with you.
Yeah.
Social distance, but take it to the
Absolutely,
beach with you.
absolutely. And
And
even those that can travel to vacation, like this song puts you right in that vacation island Caribbean mood right there. As soon as you hit
yes,
play, you know.
Exactly, exactly. That's what it's really about. And so and now I know your partner couldn't be on online right now with you today.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about Kurt and his animation. I mean, because those animations are excellent.
Right. Yeah. So Kirk, he's been animating. Well, actually, he graduated with his degree and been animating ever since. But when we connected to do this type of animation, like he pretty much was learning from scratch and self-taught, and so we've been working together on each episode and just getting better and better. And his graphics and his animations and his skills has been getting better and better by him just practicing and doing his research and learning new techniques and stuff. And you can just see like how much it has grown from the first few episodes to where it is now. It's like night and day, and that just tells how passionate he is about it and how much work he puts into his craft. So he's been
Yes.
doing a really, really awesome job with his graphics and his animations across the board, even down to the flyers and the graphics for the posters
Yes.
for the songs and the episodes. I mean, just amazing, amazing,
Right.
amazing.
And talk about your other song. Is it called Red Submarine?
Red Submarine. Red Submarine. So Red Submarine, the track was originally sent to me by Al Alexander, and it was
Mhm.
supposed to be a country song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a country song, and I don't know, it just connected with me for it to be able to be a part of this beach episode. I was trying to find
Mhm.
songs to write to, and that one just resonated with me.
Uh-huh.
Just the chorus. Oh, I love to see all the animals. Like that melody line keep popping up in my head, and I was like, I gotta write to this. And so
Right.
that's how I wrote the lyrics to Red Submarine. And
Yes.
then when I sent it over to Hudson and his crew at First Wave Production, they added the breakdown part where we clap our hands and we stomp our
Yeah.
feet and all of that stuff. And I
Yeah.
mean, put it together, and it came out to be a stellar song. And of course, we're in Texas, so we had to add the yeehaw, and it just came out to be a
uh,
fun, fun, fun song.
well, if it's okay, let's take a listen to about 30 seconds of that
Yes,
and take a look at
please,
that video. All right.
please,
This is
please.
Uncle Devin on We Nation podcast with Mr. Pete of Mr. Pete's Playhouse, and we're about to share with you Mr. Pete's Red Submarine.
Hi, friends. Are you ready to jump in my red submarine? I see a seahorse. I see an eel. I see an octopus smile at me. I see a blue whale so gentle and kind. I see a stingray gliding by. Oh, I love to see all the animals down in the deep blue sea in my red submarine. Let's go! I see a turtle. I see a seal. I see sharks swim right to me. I see jellyfish, they look like small balloons. I see a starfish and lobster too. Oh, I love to see all the animals down in the deep blue sea in my red submarine.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it there because I want to encourage everybody to go to your website, to go
Yes,
to your YouTube page, and you can watch the entire video. And again, you can just go right to Mr. Pete's Playhouse. That's where my
yes.
guest is, Mr. Pete. He's coming to us in Houston, Texas, by way of St. Croix.
St.
And
Croix.
and how long have you been here, or are you a first generation, second? How does what's
So
your
I moved
history?
to the States in 2007 when I first joined the Army, and I was in
Hmm.
the Army for 8 years,
Hmm.
5 years active and four in the reserve. And then
Hmm.
I moved to Houston in 2012, and I've been
Okay.
here ever since. Yeah,
Okay. All right. And so, and what you may have mentioned it earlier. What age group do you pretty much teach now, or?
pre-K through fifth grade.
Okay, wow.
Yeah,
That
the
that early
babies.
early learning. Yeah.
Yeah, the babies.
Okay, that is great. That's great. And your videos, I mean, and I'm already looking at the work that Kurt does, and I'm trying to figure out now how
Right.
did he get your picture in that submarine to go up and down at the same time?
I try to figure it out too. I don't know. I don't know, but he works his magic. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, so actually, that Red Submarine song is a condensed version of the original track. So the original track, where you can find on the streaming services, is the
Hmm.
full song. So there's even more to that song that we couldn't fit in the video. So if you go on and your streaming service and you
Yes.
listen to it,
Hmm.
it'll be so much more than that video.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, he did an
You
awesome
know,
job.
and I don't know if I've ever thought about because you got the country music kind of the flavor mixed with your
Yeah.
St. Croix. Oh, I love it. That to me is great.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, so and I didn't even, think about it that
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
until people started listening to it and they said exactly what you said. It's
Uh-huh.
country with a Caribbean mix to it. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense now. Yeah,
But it
okay.
does. It absolutely does. To me, it's just I really love it. And your website, it's called how you put it? Pardon me.
Partnermedia.com.
Talk a
Yeah.
little bit more about that.
Yeah, so a partner media is our umbrella company. So Kirk and I collaborated in with this company, and
Mhm.
we now 50-50 ownership on a partner media. And Mr. Pete's Playhouse falls under a partner media. We also will be producing storybooks, children's storybooks called The Adventures of Kari, and also doing culturally relevant animations and short films. Like we just produced one for our Emancipation Day, which is July 3rd, 1848. So we just
Mhm.
did a short film for that. So a partner back home, a
Mhm.
partner mean a friend, a buddy, a collaborator. And
Oh,
so when we
okay.
were looking up names to name the company, a partner popped up as a Swahili word that means partnership and collaboration.
Oh,
So it
wow.
only, yeah, so it was like, it just
Look at
made
that.
sense. So we call it a partner media. Yeah.
So look at that. You coming from St. Croix, connecting it to
To
Swahili.
our African root.
We Nation Radio, Watoto Entertainment Education. That's a Swahili word. We all
Yeah,
one family. That's what I
exactly.
love about it. And also, when you get your books out and you need someone to help read it, make sure you also get in contact with it's called Mary Lennon Little. That's what she has on there, but it's really Abigail the storyteller. In fact, she's going to be doing some reading for us real soon. We were trying to get that done
Nice.
earlier this year. Just so many different things going on, but
Right.
she's awesome. She's 13 years old,
Oh,
and
wow.
she has been doing this since she was 7 years old or 6 years old, I think it is,
That's
Abigail.
amazing.
And so, anyway, so I
Hi,
just mentioned that.
Abigail.
I just like to acknowledge everyone that's here, and also I want to say hi, Geraldine. Thank you for tuning in. Who I call her Ella Fitzgeraldine. She got a beautiful
Ah,
voice, and I know she's enjoying it, and I know you looking at this for your granddaughter too, and sharing the music with her. So again, let's if someone wants to reach you, wants to contact you, what's the best way for them to do so?
yes, so you can follow us on all our social media, Facebook and Instagram at Mr. Pete's Playhouse.
Mhm.
You can also find us under apartnermedia.com, apartnermedia at gmail.com, or Mr. Pete's Playhouse at gmail.com. You can also find Mr. Pete's Playhouse episodes on the Roku and Amazon apps as well. And of
Okay.
course, if you want a Mr. Pete's Playhouse merch,
I see that shirt. I'm eyeing
yay! Designed by
it.
Kirk. Also, he
Oh,
designed
wow.
these and many others that's in the merch store. It's
Okay.
mppmerch.com for Mr. Pete's Playhouse. So mppmerch.com, and you can find all of Mr. Pete's Playhouse merchandise designed by Kirk himself. And when you support and purchase, because people like some of my students, Mr. Peterson, does that money go in your pocket? It really doesn't. It goes
Hmm.
to help us purchase equipment and pay for stuff like the streaming services and all of that stuff. So it helps us with operations costs. So
Yes.
your support really helps us to continue to produce the show.
And I'm going to say this that those that are listening, I'm going to ask you, when's the last time you actually bought music? most people nowadays aren't used to buying music. They're just
Right.
used to cutting on YouTube, cutting on Spotify or what have you, and just listening to music.
Yeah.
And we artists are, I mean, many of us are suffering. The
Yeah.
best way that you can help us is if you share our music. Of
Yeah.
course, you can always buy it. That's always the first direct way. But the more times you click on it, you share it, the more that we get through those different platforms. So
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
trust me, the money he's absolutely right. There's not a lot of money you're making in this career unless you're one of them big major stars.
Exactly. It's all for
And
the love. It's really
yeah,
all for the love. Yeah.
well, I'm just so grateful to you and Kurt for even starting this. And for those that are listening online on our podcast and not able to watch the video, you can go to APATNA Media. That's Apatna, APATNA Media.com. And that will take you to all of his sites, or simply go to Mr. MR
Hmm.
Pete's Playhouse, Mr. Pete's Playhouse, and find them on all the social media platforms. Well,
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Pete, thank you so much, man. It was an honor to have your music on our show, on our
Yes.
FM shows. And look, this ain't the first time or the last time. It is the first time, but it ain't the last
It ain't the last time. Thank you so
time.
much for this opportunity and just providing this platform for people like myself and for the listeners to be able to find somewhere where they can go and listen to our music or watch our shows or be entertained by family music artists. So thank you for
Absolutely.
this opportunity as well.
Okay, thank you, Geraldine. Yes, Layla will love this, and so I'm gonna make sure we get this music over to you
Thank
for your
you.
grandbaby. All right. Okay, Pete. Well, thank you very much. We'll be in contact with you real soon, and again, continue to do what you do. There may be some ups and downs, but trust me, there are more. The number of people and number of children that you're reaching, not only just here, but of course back at home in St.
Mhm.
Croix, is incredible. So continue to do what you do, and this station is here for you. Like I say, it's not my nation. It's We
It's We
Nation.
Nation. Yay.
All right. Okay. Thanks a lot, my brother. And all of you all that tuned in, thank you so much for joining us again on We Nation Podcast. Again, as you see, we just want to bring people directly to you so you can hear and see what they do and know that these are real everyday people, teachers, parents, librarians, and, and young folks who all are just making music that is age appropriate and culturally relevant. So I want to thank you for tuning in, and I'm gonna stay tuned. We got some more podcasts coming up. Make sure that you follow us, or you can find us on any of our pages at wenationradio.com. That's with two E's, wenationradio.com. Or you can also find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire, Hey Google, Amazon Alexa. Just go Hey We Nation, or yeah, Hey We Nation Radio, and that's We with two E's. So listen, I gotta go. It's great that you joined us. Make sure you tune in next time. And as I always say, life is a drum, so beat it.